Scanning. Downloading. Extraction complete.
What's going on, fellow gamers, and welcome to the archives. I'm the Scholar, and we are very happy to bring you our very first video in our long backlog of games, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. This is a very unique From Software game that is completely different, but at the same time very reminiscent of its brothers and sisters of the Souls genre. We're choosing this first because it is the outlier. This very much should not be your very first Souls game. I'm just going to be real with you here and now. This game requires a tedious amount of patience, I'll say that. But it is a good game nonetheless. The series is meant to give you an insight of what the game is like. If you aren't sure about buying the game, you can watch the walkthrough, or the playthrough I should say, and hopefully it'll give you some insight on the game if you want to play it or if it might be interesting to you. I will try and demonstrate as best I can. It's been quite a while since I've played this game, and I've never actually beaten this one. That's what's also so unique about it. I've actually never beaten this game in particular. I've gotten one of the endings, which is basically cutting half of the game off. So you just get half of the experience, and as fun as that was, I always felt as though the game was left unfinished, because every time that I tried to play this game, I would get stomped and crapped on and defeated each and every time, and it would just frustrate me to no end, and I would just give up. So we figured actually here on the channel that I should just try it unscripted. There's gonna be a lot of tears, crying, cussing, a lot of happiness in the end, hopefully, and hopefully at some point we'll actually quote unquote get good. So without further ado, let's get into it.
In the closing years of the Sengoku era, Japan was consumed by perpetual conflict. The fires of war raged on, spreading deep into the mountains, to the land of Ashina.
Is the war finally over? General Tamura is no more!
Master swordsman Ishin Ashina staged a bloody coup and wrested control of the land.
What's the matter, Stray? Nothing left to lose? Well, would you look at that? Fascinating. Will you join me, starving wolf?
On that day, a young cub was taken from the battlefield. He trained relentlessly, and indeed, went on to become a master shinobi.
Listen, Wolf. You must never forget the shinobi code. As your father, my word is absolute. Your master's is a close second. As of today, he is your master. Defend him with your life. If he is taken, bring him back at any cost. You understand me, don't you, Wolf?
Some 20 years after Ishin's coup, the Ashina clan was on the brink of collapse. And the shinobi, known as Wolf, had lost everything. Both the man who took him in and the boy he had sworn to protect.
Shinobi, open your eyes. For the sake of your master.
Okay, so we are playing this on PlayStation 5, but man, God, those graphics and that picture, ooh, gets me every time. So we will be playing all the cutscenes just to give you the full experience. So just so you know, you will be getting to see every cutscene throughout the game and witness every bit of dialogue that I know of. We are going to try and do everything in this playthrough. I do know a few little kind of hacks that we can get all of the endings all at once. So yeah, let's get on with it. I also will not be reading item descriptions, but I will be leaving them up on screen for a few minutes, for a few seconds, I'm sorry, for you guys to read and pause the video. Pardon me, I do have a stutter, so if that bothers you, I'm sorry. So we pick up the Oriental Letter, and we're going to head on up to the Ashina Reservoir. Jump, 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 and double jump again. Now, we currently don't have a weapon, so we are going to try and do this as stealthily as possible. So there's a dude right there, two dudes right there. We're going to crouch down and, oh, we'll get the stealth tutorial.
That shinobi at the bottom of the well. We didn't shackle him, restrain him, nothing. That doesn't worry anybody? Not at all. Not only is he unarmed, he has completely lost his will to live. Nothing but a coward. Unworthy of our concern.
Well, damn, guys. It's a little harsh, considering I'm right here in your weeds. Haha. And I'm sneaking under your porch. And we're gonna grab this eavesdrop.
The moonlight shines strongly on the Moonview Tower tonight. The Divine Heir is probably using the light for his reading again.
Probably, but imprisoning a mere child. I feel sorry for the boy.
Agreed. But I'm sure Lord Genichiro has his reasons.
Alright, so sneak on over here. And we'll get this eavesdrop.
The Moonview Tower door. You checked that it's locked, right?
It's certainly locked, but nobody fixed that hole in the wall.
That? Don't worry about it. The hole faces the edge of a cliff. No one could pass through it.
Until now. Because we are ninja. Well, shinobi. So we're gonna shimmy, shimmy, shimmy on the way to the Divine Heir. Shimmy, 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 and climb back up. I almost thought I was going to die there for a second. That was going to be embarrassing. Alright, and we are going to climb up here and get in the cutscene.
You did well to come here. It's been too long, Wolf.
I've come to free you, my lord.
Well then. Raise your head. Kusabimaru, your sword. My shinobi. In accordance with the bond of Lord and Retainer, you will pledge your life in my service.
As you command.
Loyal Wolf, I see you are wounded. I have something that may help. It is a special gourd of medicinal waters. Use it to heal your wounds.
My lord.
Now then, were you gravely injured? Afterward?
After what?
Do you not remember that night?
I do not.
No. We'll talk about it later. Right now, we must escape Ashina Castle.
As you say.
There's a secret passage beneath the moat bridge that will take us out of the castle. Lord Ishin told me about it once. I ask you to find that secret passage. Once you find it, signal me with a reed whistle. You know, like you used to long ago. I will join you as soon as I hear it.
So we got our healing flask, which is essentially your Dark Souls Estus flask. We'll be sure to equip this here very shortly. But the point I want to make real quick is this kid is like, what, maybe 9, 10 years old, and he is acting like we've known each other forever at this point. I don't think it's been that long. It's obvious something has obviously happened to impact Wolf, and some time has gone by. So I get the sense and feeling that he's very unconfident with his swordsmanship right now. but he's having to put on a brave face for the kid. So we're gonna go into the equipment screen, menu tutorial, and we'll go ahead and equip the healing gourd. So on PlayStation 5, and I believe it's on the same on Xbox, if you hit up on the D-pad, you'll heal. So we'll come up here and we'll pick up a pellet, another healing item that will be very useful at some point in the game, I'm sure. Posture and death blows. I'll explain the mechanics here in just a second. Sneak up behind him, kill this guy. And this guy's going to immediately see us. So deflect, or actually get hit twice. Wow, okay. Come on. There we go. I guess we just had to make him mad. So I was trying to do that perfectly without not taking damage. Obviously it didn't work out that way. But the blocking is useful in this game, but not too useful. You could still take damage. But if you deflect right as soon as an enemy strikes you, you'll deflect him. And you can pull off a death blow immediately. So there's a card up there, but there's no point in us going back up there right now. This will give us the lock-on tutorial. Sneak up here, and we're going to death from above. Wah! And it's going to alert everybody. Death blow 2. Death blow 3. Death blow 4. Wow, I've actually never done that before in any playthrough of this game. I've impressed myself a little bit. So up here is going to be a enemy that we are going to have to death blow twice. It'll give us a tutorial message here in just a second. I think you might be able to sneak past him, but for game's sake, we're just going to fight him. Wow. And we got a pellet. It's actually the first time I've not taken damage or gotten booped by him at all, or died in the tutorial area. Sometimes I amaze myself. Let's go up here and check the store. Typical From Software, always not the right side. We're gonna head up this way and grab the Fistful of Ash. A fairly useful item if you use it correctly. You can go down here, but there's just a few lizards, and we are in the tutorial area, so you aren't really going to gain experience right now. This is just story-based stuff, really. Hop up here, and we're gonna shimmy. We're gonna get this eavesdrop.
You know that secret passage at the bottom of the moat, under the bridge? We just got orders to guard it.
Security's getting tight. War will be upon us very soon.
Climb up here, and we're going to run up to this guy and kill him as fast as we can. These guys will make your everything worse. Like, these guys give you a bad day later on in the game. There's a character that refers to them as the rats of Ashina, so that's what I will call them. They will mess you up if you are not careful. Climb down here. Pick up the pellets. And jump, jump, jump. Now, this game is different from the other Souls-like games From Software has put out. This game is very picky with the fall damage. As you can see, we didn't really take fall damage from there, but in a game like Dark Souls or Bloodborne, we might have actually taken damage. Or if we had fallen from up there, we might have actually died. So, go up here, inspect the door, and we're going to get another cutscene.
Wolf, you found it. Now let us leave this place.
Yes, my lord.
To think that this is the only way, to run from the fated bloodline, is the only answer. Where shall we go once we're away from the castle? I suppose the first thing we should do is cross the Ashina border. Or perhaps we should hide somewhere. What do you think?
Whatever you desire.
Whatever I desire? That's the wolf I know.
My lord.
Oh, nothing. I was just reminiscing. Onward, then.
Okay, again, kid, you're not that old. You're like, what, 9, 10, maybe 11 years old? You're not old enough to reminisce yet. You haven't known what life can throw at you. Trust me, I know. Okay, so we're gonna head on up here and fight the tutorial boss. You are supposed to lose to this, regardless of if you get him down to his last death counter, you will still be defeated. You'll see. I will give it the old college try, heave ho. So, Shamo, let's go. Man, I'm not gonna lie. This view, it's like something out of an old samurai flick.
The divine heir. Last we stood together was your uncle's funeral.
Lord Genichiro. Thank you.
Leave this to me.
So the noble shinobi stands in our way. You face Genichiro Ashina.
Nope. Didn't happen.
Is that all the shinobi has to offer? The divine heir will be coming with me.
is this?
So you're awake. Looks like death is not your fate. Just yet. What do you call yourself? Your eyes. The eyes of a wolf who has failed in his duties. Or so it seems to me.
That is not your concern.
Spoken like a true shinobi. I must carve the Buddha. You do what you will.
Why am I here?
All I did was drag you here. Didn't even know if I was dragging a corpse. Couldn't let you get eaten by a pack of wild dogs.
How long was I asleep?
Some time has passed since I found you.
I see.
However, your master yet lives. He's being held prisoner in Ashina Castle. They will soon make use of his bloodline. Looking at you, I'm sure you appreciate the value it has.
My left arm. What did you do to me?
That is what I call the shinobi prosthetic. A fitting fang for a one-armed wolf. Useless when it comes to carving Buddha, though. You can have it.
Shinobi prosthetic.
It is no mere replacement for your lost arm. Come to me if you find any shinobi tools.
Shinobi tools. I see. For this device.
You catch on quick. If you bring me shinobi tools, I'll find a way to fit them to the shinobi prosthetic. Then you'll come to appreciate its worth. I've said too much. Go now.
What did you mean when you said they'll make use of his bloodline?
I don't know much about him, except the dragon's heritage. There's a special kind of blood by that name, and that blood runs through your master's veins.
So the divine heir.
Someone's after him. Might be that the strange things happening to your body have something to do with that. You're quite the strange one, yet other peculiar visitors have come to this temple. There's one in the clearing to the right of the gate leading off the temple grounds. Two strangers in strange circumstances. You two might get along.
Alright, so we have woken up in a strange place. We now have a prosthetic shinobi tool arm that is, quite frankly, the coolest, one of the coolest things I have ever seen in a game ever. And I have a feeling that's where they got inspiration for Melania from Elden Ring. But I'm sure you also notice these things. These things are remnants. These are, I want to say, ghosts of other players. We'll just show you and hopefully see where this leads. It'll give us the tutorial for the remnants. And he led us to another one that didn't do anything. So let's see here. Yeah, these are just players goofing off. So if we head back here, you'll actually find another item. There's a player letting you know about this, probably. Litecoin purse. So, like I was saying, Sekiro is different from the other Souls games and Bloodborne. When you die, you do lose your experience and your money. You don't lose all of your money and all of your experience. You lose a percentage, but if you keep dying, you'll lose more and more. If you play better, if you play good, then your unseen aid, I believe it's called, will actually rise, and it'll give you the chance of not losing a thing. So the sculptor was talking about going over here. We'll pick up the pellet and go and talk to, I think his name is Hanambe, the Undying, and we'll see what he has to say.
Never seen you before. Your name? Won't tell me. But you do have the look of a skilled shinobi. A shinobi. Or perhaps... Sir, please heed my humble request. Face me in battle. Damn. Still alive. That swordsmanship. It was a thing to behold. Few have managed to kill me in such a thorough manner. What are you? Some call it undying. Others, infested. I can't die, so I just am. How about you? What brings you to a rundown temple like this? Seems you have a lot on your mind. Say, why don't you use me for some sword practice? Might come in handy for whatever your mission is. A warm body that can't die might prove useful to you. I volunteer mine. Well? Very well. Right then. Let's go. They say swinging one sword is a cure for boredom.
So Hanambe the Undying is our training buddy. He will be very useful. He is the best boy in this game. No joke. In my opinion, he is the slayer of Sekiro. He will help you hone your skills. So you don't have to go through all of these right now, but we are going to.
In that case, I stand as your opponent. Face me again. Face me again. Excellent. I expected no less of you. In that case, I stand as your opponent. Again. Again. Excellent. I expected no less of you. In that case, I stand as your opponent. Face me again. Again. A satisfying match. About our training. I I think it's about time we tried something closer to a real fight. Don't you? Come at me with the intent to kill. No better way to prepare for the real thing. What's wrong?
Why do you go to such lengths?
Half to pass the time, and the other half, well, I want to loosen that furrowed brow of yours. All right. Enough talk. Let's begin. Now, let's begin.
Yes.
Again.
Come on, bro. Attack me. Oh, well, that is the exact thing of what not to do.
Yes. Splendidly done. Have you noticed this temple attracts those with nowhere else to go? I certainly fit that description. And I suppose that's why interesting things make their way into the offering box from time to time. Come back whenever you like. If you have techniques to try out, I'm at your disposal.
Alright, so now that we have covered the fundamentals, we have now started Hanambe's questline. We have exhausted the sculptor's dialogue, so we have, I guess, kind of started his questline. There are multiple questlines in these games, and each character kind of has their own little side quest, sometimes. So we're going to go over here and sit at the sculptor's idol. And don't worry about all these numbers and whatnot right now. None of this will make sense. Just for now, we'll hit rest and we'll recover our healing gourd and reset the world state. And that is the end of the episode. We will see you next time on the archives.